It's the dawn of a new era for the Philippines and Japan, which have just signed a landmark defense pact called the Reciprocal Access Agreement.
As its name suggests, the pact gives both countries easier access to each other's bases and allows for larger and more complex joint military exercises.
On hand to sign the agreement were Japan's foreign and defense ministers, who also kicked off another round of the so-called 2+2 meetings here in Manila. Camille Samonte has the big story tonight.
The Philippines and Japan boosted their defense ties by signing a landmark Reciprocal Access Agreement in Malacanang earlier today. The RAA allows Philippine and Japanese troops to enter each other's countries for larger and more complex joint military exercises, which may include live-fire drills. It allows for greater access to each other's bases. The defense pact was signed by Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro and Japanese Foreign Minister Kamikawa Yoko. President Bongbong Marcos and Japan's Defense Minister Minoru Kihara were also there to witness the signing. Initial commitments on the RAA were made in 2022, but formal negotiations only kicked off November last year.
I'm glad that having witnessed the commencement, the beginnings of this agreement, that it has now come to fruition. Your presence here increases our confidence.
Thanks to the exceptional leadership by Mr. President and Prime Minister Kishida, our two nations has made great strides in defense cooperation and exchanges. I am committed to working with my good colleague, Secretary Teodoro, to further enhance our defense cooperation and exchanges in order to realize a free and open Indo-Pacific.
The RAA is akin to the Visiting Forces Agreement the Philippines has with the U.S. and in fact also opens the door for Japan to join the annual Balita drills not just as an observer. This is Japan's first RAA with an Asian country. Before today, it only had agreements with Australia, the UK, and the U.S. The pact also allows Japanese forces to be deployed here faster in times of natural disasters. After the ceremonial signing, Teodoro, Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo, and their Japanese counterparts held their second 2+2 Defense and Foreign Affairs Ministerial meeting and discussed issues concerning the Indo-Pacific region and the West Philippine Sea.
We look forward to putting into flesh, so to speak, the steps forward now that we have upgraded our partnership one level higher by the signing of the Reciprocal Access Agreement. This is another milestone in our shared endeavor to ensure a rules-based international order, to ensure peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific and particularly in our region.
The relationship between Japan and the Philippines has seen great strides in the field of defense cooperation and exchanges, and I welcome the signature of the Japan-Philippines Reciprocal Access Agreement, which took place moments ago, representing the deepening cooperative relationship between our two nations.
Japan also hopes that the cooperation with the Philippines would extend to the economic side.
We would like to further deepen our bilateral relations in a wide range of areas, including economic, people-to-people exchanges, and cooperation in various international issues.
With the Philippine-Japan RAA signed, it will now be submitted to the Philippine Senate and Japan's legislature for ratification. Senators, including Foreign Relations Panel Chairperson Ivy Marcos, welcomed the new defense deal. Although she said her committee will scrutinize every line and every word to make sure it is aligned with the national interests. Senate Committee on National Defense Chairperson Joga Estrada, on the other hand, says he will see to it that the ratification of the RAA will be prioritized once session opens later this month. Other countries said to be eyeing a similar defense pact with the Philippines include Canada, France, New Zealand, and India. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.